Good morning, children. Welcome to the online video explanation class of chemistry, class 11. Today, we will do the hydrolysis of water and pH. Also, we will see some of the related numericals of pH. When we have the self hydrolysis of water, the acidulated water or alkaline water or water containing traces of electrolyte, it dissociates to H plus and OH minus. It's obvious that pure water is a non-electrolyte, so it will not dissociate unless and until there is a traces of electrolyte either in the form of acid or base or a salt. This H plus so formed is actually hydrated or solvated with other water molecules and hence practically existing as hydronium ion or H3O plus. So the equilibrium constant for this is H plus OH minus divided by concentration of water. Since water is taken in large excess, we do not have a much difference in the concentration of water, so that, for example, if we consider the total concentration of water as a medium also, like the sea water, that is water present in sea, and we take out 4 buckets or a certain liters of water from sea, the concentration of water in sea doesn't matter. So it means that the amount of water even after dissociation remains almost constant. So we take this constant into concentration of water, which is another constant as H plus and OH minus concentration. This is called Kw or ionic product of water. It's a constant quantity with a value of 10 to the power minus 14. The 10 to the power minus 14 is equal to concentration of H plus into concentration of OH minus. Now let's see what is the pH. pH stands for potence hydrogen or power of hydrogen. It is the scale to measure the strength of acid and base in the medium through the measurement of relative concentration of hydrogen ion. So how much hydrogen ion is present, depending upon this, the pH is being determined, and this scale decides whether the acid is a strong acid or a weak acid through the numerical values. That means it is purely a quantitative analysis. This pH is negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration or hydronium ion concentration in the solution. For a neutral medium, since concentration of H plus is equal to concentration of OH minus, and what we know that the concentration of H plus into OH minus is 10 to the power minus 14. For a neutral medium, then individually H plus and OH minus would be equal to 10 to the power minus 7. So then pH for the neutral medium is minus log 10 to the power minus 7 as we put the concentration of H plus. So it is minus of minus 7 log 10. In fact, log a to the power n is equal to n log a. That makes 7 log 10, as the value of log 10 is 1. So pH for the neutral medium is 7. For acidic medium, since H plus concentration is greater than OH minus, the concentration of H plus exceeds 10 to the power minus 7, and hence the negative logarithm, that is pH, will be less than 7. For alkaline medium also, concentration of H plus is less than 10 to the power minus 7, so pH is greater than 7. So we have the line where 7 is the neutral. Below 7 these are acidic, above 7 these are alkaline, and as we move away from 7, the acid strength or alkaline strength both increases. Let's see the first numerical based on this pH. Calculate the pH of a 0.005 m calcium hydroxide. So the concentration of calcium hydroxide is given 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 m. Assuming that calcium hydroxide is completely dissociated, we have the molar ratio of calcium hydroxide as For 1 mole of calcium hydroxide, we are getting 2 moles of OH minus. So, whatever is the concentration of calcium hydroxide, in case of complete dissociation, concentration of OH minus would be double to that of concentration of calcium hydroxide. So, it is 2 into 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 m. Therefore, it is equal to 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 m or 10 to the power minus 2 m. As it is a pH concentration, so concentration of OH minus we got 10 to the power minus 2. Obviously, POH is minus log OH minus concentration, or this is equal to minus log 10 to the power minus 2. That is equal to 2 log 10 or 2. As pH plus POH is 14, pH comes equal to 14 minus POH or 14 minus 2, that is 12. Alternatively, we could do it in other way. The concentration of OH minus is given 10 to the power minus 2m, as Kw is concentration of H plus into concentration of OH minus. So 10 to the power minus 14 is equal to concentration of H plus into 10 to the power minus 2. We substitute the value of OH minus. Concentration of H plus comes equal to 10 to the power minus 12 m. So pH is minus log 10 to the power minus 12, or that is equal to 12 log 10, or that is equal to simply 12. Let's come to the second type of question. Calculate the pH of 10 to the power minus 8 m sulfuric acid solution. Now keep one point in mind that whether it is acid or base, we are taking the concentration of the acid or base as well as the water. But in case of this fair enough concentration of acid or base, the contribution of H plus or OH minus from water is practically negligible. It is 5 into 10 to the power minus 3, and from water we are getting 10 to the power minus 7, as it is neutral. So in case of a fair enough concentration of acid or base, we do not consider the concentration of water. But when we have the concentration of acid or base is even less than that of the H plus or OH minus concentration as we get from water, we have to consider the H plus or OH minus from water. Since it is sulfuric acid, the total concentration of H plus is H plus ion from sulfuric acid as well as H plus ion from water. From sulfuric acid, the concentration is 10 to the power minus 8. In fully dissociated state, 1 mole of sulfuric acid gives 2 H plus. So the concentration of H plus from sulfuric acid is 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 m. And from water it is 10 to the power minus 7 m. By taking common 10 to the power minus 7, we have 0.2 plus 1. That means H plus is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 7. pH is equal to minus log 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 7. Assuming the formula of log m into n is equal to log m plus log n, we do get this. So pH comes equal to 7 minus log 1.2, that is equal to pH 7 minus 0.08, 6.92. One point I'll tell you that we do not have ever this onwards 2020 onwards the log table to be provided. So that makes the work more easier for you. You do not have to see the log table. The values will all be provided. Log and anti-log, the requisite values will be provided. Let's see the next question, type 3. The pH of a sample of soft drink is 3.76. Calculate its hydrogen ion concentration. The pH we got 3.76. So, and what we know, pH is equal to minus log H plus. So minus log H plus is equal to 3.76. Log H plus is equal to minus 3.76, or concentration of H plus is equal to anti-log of minus 3.76. In fact, we do not write this one as because the antilog of a negative number is not possible. If you see the antilog table, it starts from 0.00. In fact, minus 3.76 in a number line, if we would like to draw minus 3.76, it's minus 3 and 0.76 also we have to add towards this. Rather, this minus 3.76, which is equal to minus 3 plus minus 0.76, could also be written as minus 4 plus 0.24. All the same, it's coming same as minus 3.76. To make this mantissa actually positive, we made this as minus 4 plus 0.24. So it comes 4 bar 0.24. We have to see the antilog table of 0.24. 0.240 column, whatsoever value will come into 10 to the power straightway, what value is there? Minus 4 molarity. The value of antilog would be provided when you will do the work. Let's see the next type. Calculate the pH of the solution meant by dissolving 8 gram NaOH to form a 2 liter solution. Here the molarity is not given, so we have to first find the molarity as mass by molar mass into 1000 by volume in milliliter, or we could make it 1 by volume in liter. So we got the molarity as 0.1 m. OH minus concentration is 0.1 m or 10 to the power minus 1. So POH is 1. Hence pH is 14 minus 1, that is 13. Let's see the last type for today. We will have 2 more types that we will be doing the next day. Calculate the pH of a solution when 30 milliliter of a 0.2 m HCl is diluted to 6 liter. Now we will apply the formula on dilution. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. So substituting the value before dilution, 0.2 m into 30 is equal to M2 into 6 liter means 6000 milliliter. Getting the value M2 is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 m, the pH would be equal to minus log concentration of H plus. Since HCl is 10 to the power minus 3 m, concentration of H plus will also be equal to 10 to the power minus 3 m. So pH is equal to minus log 10 to the power minus 3. That makes it 3 log 10, or that is equal to 3. So we have little more 2 different types of pH numericals. We will be doing this in the next class. Before concluding today's class, let me explain you the question pattern, the blueprint. Okay, please pay attention everybody, as it is very, very important. In case you do feel any doubt, please do ask me. You have the final examination from 25th of February. Your question pattern will be of this type only. This is based on 2020 sample question paper and the marking scheme proposed by CBSE. In case there is any more change in your term, in your batch in the next year, you will be notified. So as we are getting the intimations from CBSE, accordingly the board pattern is, this is authentic for that particular time being. So you have to appear for this particular blueprint pattern for class 11 final exam. So far there is no other intimation from CBSE. We will have total 4 sections. Section A would be MCQ or very short answer or assertion reason based type question. Of this, question 1 and question 2 will be case based question. A paragraph would be provided, but it is little different from the comprehension type that you are doing in languages. The topic is actually provided and some of the research or recent research on that particular topic is provided. Each question, that is question 1 and question 2, will have 4 subparts. Question 1 will have the 4 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 into 4. These are generally MCQ type or assertion reason based question or might be very short answer type of question. Question number 2 is again case based. Another paragraph would be provided which also has some subparts, and this would be mostly assertion reason based. That is, one is either MCQ or VSA, another is assertion reason based question. Question number 3 to 16 is MCQ or assertion reason based question, and each carries 1 mark. So here we are having 14 marks, 4 plus 4, total 22 marks from section A. Section B, question number 17 to 25, you will have short answer type. Each is carrying 2 marks. So it is 2 into 9, that is 18 marks. Section C is question number 26 to 30 is essay 2 type, that is short answer but a little subparts would be there. 3 into 5, that is 15 marks. And section D, question number 31 to 33 is long answer type, 5 marks each. So it is 5 into 3, that is 15. As a whole, total 70 marks. Now here you will not have overall choice, but the internal choices would be provided. For example, question number 5 and its or would be there. You have to attempt any one. Mostly all the questions of section D are having the alternative choices, and do not ever think that it is 5 marks or 3 marks question, means overall a 3 marks or 5 marks questions would be there. Generally the subparts are there. 5 marks means it could be 2 plus 3, it could be 2 plus 2 plus 1, or it could be 2.5 plus 1.5 like this plus 1. Or question 3 marks questions are usually 2 plus 1 or 1 plus 1 plus 1 or 1.5 into 2 like this. This divisions are there. You do not have to write too much. In case of numericals, please make sure that you are writing the units and completing the calculations. Incomplete works are not encouraged, neither you will get any marks for that if the calculation is incomplete. The marking scheme and all other points we will discuss better in the live classes. So I do expect you all would join in the live class as scheduled on Wednesday. Monday I'll also provide some of the other parts of the equilibrium chapter. Thank you. In case of any doubt, please do write in the official WhatsApp group.